Pedro, tell me this. Do you prefer to do doggy style in your church socks or Timberlands?
I prefer it in my church socks. Because the Timberlands is hard on my sugar foot.
A's did amazing this year. For a team that wasn't supposed to make the playoffs. Everybody had like really great years as a team. And then they go on the streaks they did and even have a chance to go to New York and then play in the playoff game. Great job. Great job.
Great.
Shout out to the Red Sox.
What's the grade?
Oh, my grade? Oh, that's A, man. That's A all the way. You think but you think about like how few teams make it to the MLB playoffs. And how good you have to be over 162 games.
Mm-hmm. But the fact you play so many games, Sparky Anderson once said this best. Everybody win 50 games, everybody lose 50 games, right? And the question is, what do you do with the remaining 60? And the crazy thing is, I started looking back at all these teams, even the teams that we considered bad teams over the years, like some of the worst teams, they still won 50 games. They lost 50. Even the great teams, Dodgers last year, won 100 and something games. Guess how many games they lost? 50. Red Sox this year. Won 100 and something games. Lost, 49? So he's right. You lose games, everybody, no matter. So my problem is I give the A's a C+. And the reason why it's so low is because for the first time ever, 2 teams in the American League did not win 50 games.
It's a bad team.
That's because the A's beat them.
It's a bad team.
It's a bad team.
Well, no. What I will say is this.
It was a bad team.
You think about it like this. It's kind of like Usain Bolt when he's running against some of them other dudes. The A's are one of it's like the white dude from Great Britain or like Switzerland who made the 100-meter dash, right? And the dude that you didn't know what they expected, but because certain things fell your way, the heat, you train really hard, and you're in a really
somebody
good place.
Somebody good popped a hamstring in front of you.
But
somebody from Jamaica popped a hamstring.
But it's Usain Bolt is running, right? And you might stay with him for that first part. And he might not pull away like he typically does, like the Astros. The A's came and held up with the Astros. They made a surge to get close to the Astros. And the Astros had a lot of injured players. And they still couldn't pass them when they were injured. Mm-hmm. And then it's like,
they got
man,
close.
Well, you kind of close.
For one day.
You kind of close. I'm about to just pull forward, shoot, gone. And they couldn't overtake him. And the fact they couldn't overtake him is just a microcosm of what their team is. So therefore, I can't give them too much credit. I can give them credit for the fact that they did what they did. That's what they credit.
We talk about the team that they have, right? If they had a couple more players, they probably do better.
They ain't getting those players though.
But with the players they had, they did the best that you could ever expect them to do.
They did, but I still give them a C+ because think about this: the Astros had as many injuries they had, did not play well for a while, and the A's couldn't pass them. This is the best that the A's can do, and they're not gonna pick nobody else up unless Jason somehow signed Bryce Harper.
Shout out to Jason Neely, who wants the A's to sign Bryce Harper, but apparently we'll have to that A's access passes just have to go away.
Access pass have to be gone.
We need full price everything.
Yeah, there's not gonna be no deal.
They start charging in the BART parking lot. Then you start charging to get on the street to the BART parking lot.
They gotta start charging you to walk in. Right. We got a special BART tax.
I understand you got a ticket.
But there's a BART tax you ain't paid yet. You ain't paid this $2 BART tax. Right now, they need the Oakland minimum wage to drop so they can start paying those motherfuckers walking down the aisles even cheaper.
Dude, they don't pay those fools enough, and they still be strict on them trying to get in. Let me see your tickets. I'm like, bruh, you ain't paying you, bruh. Give me them old retired folks who are super nice and just happy to see people.
Right.
I get out of the house for 3 hours a day because I'm here. They're like, I'm just happy to see you. I don't need to see a ticket. Do you need help finding your seat? Yeah, I'm sitting in the front row. Yeah, thank you.
Think about that.
Shout out to Seattle's.
So I'm trying to find my ticket the last time I go to the A's game. Mm-hmm. And so we think we go into the main area when you get over the BART bridge or whatever. So there's where you get to the club seats or whatever. And so I get there and I ask this lady, oh, where did we go in? And she's like, I don't know where that section is. And she's in there directing people. Her job is to direct people to their seats. And hey, where's this section? I have no idea. And I was
That's different from the cow game me and Jared went to a couple weeks ago, where the black dude got mad at us for not asking him where our seat was. For me looking at the big map on the wall.
Right.
And he mad at me. Remember Jared? He yelling, just tell me and I'll let you know. And I'm like, what? He ain't even close to us, Brandon. He was not close to us, but he yelling at me for not asking him where to go. And then to find out that we were standing in front of the section. And he's like, I could have told you that. And I'm like, well, could you walk your ass over here if you see me sitting here looking at a map on the wall? Dude, he was 20 feet away yelling. And with people in between, walking between us.
Right.
Yelling at me. I don't think he's supposed to be here.
Well, speaking of stadium attendance, Paul Pierce got in a little argument trying to get down to his seats at the Conor McGregor Khabib fight. So apparently, I don't know where Paul Pierce was walking from, but he was walking from, I guess he went upstairs.
Probably concessions.
Yeah, probably trying to get a 40 ounce at the Conor McGregor fight.
Trying to get a 40 ounce and 2 chicken tenders.
And so he's trying to get down to his seats, and like, as you know, in most stadiums, you got to get past security. Like they have people checking tickets or whatever. So somebody asked Paul Pierce for his ticket. Apparently, Paul Pierce doesn't carry a ticket.
And he never had to before.
Like everybody else. And he just expects some minimum wage security guard to just know who a basketball player is at a UFC fight. Yeah, some dude who's been retired for almost 6 or over 2 years.
2 years, and thought he could go to Vegas with his retirement money, and then realized, damn, we don't make no money out here. Been retired in Vegas
on the NBA countdown show. Anyway,
you ever notice how many old folks work in Vegas? Like I mean, beyond like 78-year-old waitresses and things like that. You ever notice, dude? They don't get paid, and they have like the worst retirement plan. Do not go to Vegas. Period. To live.
Oh yeah, don't go there. You get a pool, or you get your own pool.
Don't go to visit too often either.
No, I don't either. But see, that's the problem with Paul Pierce. He should know that. He was from LA. He went to Vegas a couple times. I know he went to Circus when he was 13.
So do you think like Paul Pierce just thinks he's more famous than he is?
Yeah, I think Paul Pierce definitely thinks he's more famous.
Because he did an NBA for his like farewell tour.
No intention. Yeah, he thought it was Kobe, and nobody even realized he was still on the roster of the Clippers.
Well, here's the thing.
I think his coach didn't realize he was on the roster.
Here's what I'll tell you about Paul Pierce. Paul Pierce does have a bigger sense of who he is than what his actual famous persona. And he tries to do it on sports stuff and say what was on his mind, but it's like, dude, nobody really cares what you think because you never said anything as a player. Number one, you faked a knee injury. Number two, you came back.
It's great.
You hold your knee like, I need a wheelchair.
You went out in a wheelchair.
And then you come back 20 minutes later, you in the game running around like nothing happened,
scoring mad points.
The only thing I'll say about I'm gonna say is Paul Pierce. You're not as famous as you think. Just because you were in Boston for your entire career, and Boston is. As big of a market as it is one of the biggest. It's still very Boston centric. One thing about Boston is that it's centered on what it is, and Boston.
That
everything
you think
Boston,
you're big, and
that you're big there. Everywhere else, maybe New York, you might be big because you're a rival, but like you're not big. Like people don't care. The issue I have with Boston is that they care so much about their sports, they try and make it seem like it's the most important thing. Same thing in New York. A little bit. California is big markets, but we don't push our shit quite as hard in the same egocentric manner that Boston and New York do. Shout out to Boston and New York sponsorship, but that's something that like will make you think you're bigger than you are. Paul Pierce, you ain't that big, nigga. You in Vegas now. Don't nobody give a fuck about you. They like Chris Pratt more than you, bruh. I seen Megan Fox. They showed her walking in the stadium. They show your ass walking in the stadium, nigga.
That's true. They did.
I ain't seen Megan Fox in like 6 years.
Hold on, during the fight, during the fight, they put Megan Fight name up. Chris Pratt. They did some people I ain't never heard of, and I didn't know Paul Pierce. Don't waste time. Paul Pierce was even there.
That was fair. That's fair. You just going through names. It's the magic moments I'm gonna give you mainly when you say it. So, like when you catch yourself, you don't get a magic moment because you realize it's a slip of the tongue. That happens to all of us. But like, but if you say it and you just keep going, like it was nothing wrong, I'm gonna call you out on it. That's
when you name your child some ignorant names,
well, that's fair. I still think it's funny.
I'm gonna do a new segment. I'm gonna call a new segment called Ignorant Names.
No, but speaking about Aaron and his magic moments, did you forget about this video that we said we were on? Man, I don't know how long ago that was.
The video I was researching last night.
Man, you've been researching for months.
No. The problem was the stipulations you guys threw on this shit.
The only restriction is like we're not trying to pay for a $200 video.
No, I was the one that chose the price, and I was nice about the price. That's why I think I said $50. You guys were like any video, and I said, I'm not gonna do that to you because there's some $200 videos on here and some $100 videos.
There's some $1,000 videos from what you told me too.
Yeah, there are. There is a $1,000 video on there. Definitely not worth it. I didn't buy it.
You just got a refund?
No, you just sit there and wait. You wait for someone to put a clip of it on Spank Bang. Definitely not worth it.
There's been just quick. I don't want to interrupt, but a couple different occasions, Aaron is doing God's work, right? And I'm on the phone with him, and he's like, yeah, man. Man, can you believe this girl? She got the nerve to charge $500 or $1,000 for her video. She tried to charge $1,500 for her video, and it's not even 45 minutes long.
45. It got to be an hour if we're gonna be out.
Dude, Aaron's like, man, and he started breaking down like, man, she don't even perform that much. She just be laying there like like one of them sex dolls.
Laying there like sex, letting the magic wand do the work.
It's just a refined taste.
Let's get to the subject.
So that's what I'm saying. Look, you guys, I was being nice. I said $50, and then all of a sudden, when I win the bet, I huddle to my end of the bargain and win the bet, and then you start throwing on, no, it got to be one video that costs $50. You can't get two videos. And I'm like, dude, it's hard to get something to add up to exactly $50.
Well, just then get something that costs less.
No, that's what I'm doing.
It's $47.99.
I'm gonna get something that costs more, and I'm gonna pay the difference. But since you guys gonna hold this stipulation over me, then I come out with my own stipulation. That whose credit card is it going on? You guys have to decide. And let me tell you before you decide who credit card, it either has to be Nicole's credit card or Jared's mom's.
I don't understand. That was never agreed to. Hey, here.
I got all standing over cash.
That's my stupid. No. You said your credit card. You paying for it. That'll be me paying for it. You paying for it.
Here is a short clip of the agreement that was agreed upon in November of 2017. We have audio evidence that it was one video and that it was a $50 limit. So listen to this real quick. We'll see if Aaron can add new stipulations on it.
I'd just like to point out that Aaron's starting the show on his porn cell phone right now, or his Instagram cell phone right now.
So basically, I said my new phone won't have Reddit or Instagram on it. I'm not gonna put it on. I'm not gonna fall down and rabbit hole. My old phone had too many pictures. It had all these problems with it because it was too many pictures. I was going a little obsessive with it with Instagram.
Too many pictures or too many bitches?
Too many pictures. I'm gonna stick to pictures.
You ain't no Ansel Adams nigga. It's like, man, I had too many photos.
Man, I had some nice photos, man, of nature out in Seattle, things like that. I had some nice stuff up there. That's good. We need to peek a little bit.
So, like, what percentage of your photos were you taking them, and what percentage were you screenshotting Instagram?
It's screenshot. You know, they got screen printing. They got
I never broke that down. I just know my new phone not gonna have it on it.
Okay.
All right. So under 2 months, Aaron has Instagram on his phone.
Under 2 months.
2 months. Okay. Sunday after Thanksgiving.
No, he's gonna have Instagram on his new phone. He's definitely gonna have Instagram.
For sure.
No, I'm not gonna put Instagram on it.
For sure.
As Brennan saw today when I went on Instagram, I fell down a rabbit hole.
Yeah, but the problem is,
here's the thing. We went on Instagram to check. I went on Instagram to check somebody out. A woman's picture.
Yeah.
And I went down a rabbit hole that I never made it to that woman's picture for like 10 minutes.
all I'm gonna say is this: y'all act like Aaron. Okay, I'm gonna put it out like you act like Aaron only does his Instagram photo looking after work at home. You know,
I do.
Right.
That is a lie.
That is the truth.
If I need to go on to the group chat we got and some of the photos that have been sent on the group chat,
Timestamp it.
You timestamp it. There is a lot of times where it's like 10:45 in the morning on a Wednesday.
No.
What can Aaron be doing right now?
No, it's not 10:45. It ain't never been
12:55 on a Thursday.
No, it probably was like.
Come on, man.
No.
Can't lie to me about that. No. Dude,
Nah, man.
there's been times it's like it's 4:45 p.m. on a Monday. It's like, nigga, still at work.
This time Jared's standing right next to you while you're doing
Eric, like, I'm going dark 10 minutes later. I'm going dark at work 10 minutes later. Ding! I'm like, what's this? Oh, somebody sent a photo.
Let's go look at
Somebody
that.
sent a pic.
That is hilarious. Yeah, I give it 2 months maybe. Because I don't think Aaron's the type of person who's going to carry around 2 cell phones.
Nope.
No, he's
so at some point he's gonna be away from the house for the day.
I'm telling
you,
you,
by
April 30th, I won't have Instagram on my new phone.
What he's not gonna, I think what he's gonna restrain is, will he screenshot on average one thing a day on his new phone?
Man,
nope.
It's a lot of space.
I'm keeping that space clear and free.
He got a bigger phone with more space to do
got
less
250
Let's go to this. We've been friends for a while now, right? I went with Aaron to go pick up this computer. This is his business computer.
Yeah. Look at what's on the bottom of the computer. And this ain't Aaron's like, I don't watch porn on this computer. I just look up what I want to see. This is QuickTime Player, nigga. QuickTime Player is an audio visual player, right?
See, now those are clean cut.
Oh, these are your Cinemax late night movies you pay for.
Yeah, those are clean cut. See, those are clean.
Showtime. No, that's Showtime. I got my Showtime subscription.
Those are clean.
You can download movies from your Showtime app.
See, you guys
I only watch porn movies that the title is Showtime.
See, you guys come from a younger generation of porn. Everything was free for you guys. See, people my age, that when you got into the game young, people my age, we know what it's like to go rent a movie from the store, have to borrow a friend's VCR. You know how many times I have friends that used to be like, "Hey, Aaron, can I borrow the VCR? I need to tape this movie. I need to dub this movie I got from Blockbuster." I knew they were lying. They were dubbing porn.
I dubbed lots of movies off HBO,
but we was dubbing porn with 2 VCRs.
I used to record.
You know how many times my VCR was over a friend's house, or a friend's VCR was over my house? Plenty of times. Plenty of times. So buying something from a clean website, that's what you see on my work computer.
All right.
Other than that, I still don't watch it. No, don't play it.
No, don't play it.
From there, it gets transferred to a
proxy
external hard drive that gets transferred to the computer that is known for what it's known for.
So if I'm playing it right now, it's playing off an external hard drive or it's playing off your computer?
No, it's playing on the computer, but it gets transferred. Like, that's the clean ones. I don't go on one of those websites that are free and download for free. Not on this computer. This is my
So you keep saying clean, but you replacing the word clean. It's still a porn site.
No, he's like clean. Yeah, no, that's what
why was that?
Clean as in you didn't pirate it? That's
right.
Clean.
I went to the distributor.
Clean, these bitches ain't got no STDs. Clean, like which one?
Porn is coming off dirty to people.
No, porn don't come off as dirty. I don't know why you gotta use the opposite term of clean for it.
Clean means it's not from somebody's computer that's through a website. It means it's straight from some website that's operated.
Well, I think we all come from the same generation where they say you got the unedited version or you got the clean version. The clean version didn't have the
I got the clean version. Don't have no viruses on it.
Right, so I was just saying, it's not pixelated or nothing like that.
It's
just not pixelated.
It's not pixelated. And let's put it like this. The person who made the video can't sue me in court for copyright infringement because they got a portion of that that money.
It doesn't have a random website. It doesn't have a random website promotion scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, you're not on Pornhub just downloading it from some guy named Johnny Joystick at Johnny Joystick.
The website didn't tell you need to upgrade your security, so you go ahead and do
nothing
it.
Like that.
Your computer don't work the next 3 days.
It was basically it's as safe as going on ESPN. Put it like that.
Okay. Well, it's good to know. Shout out to Aaron.
So if you think Aaron's gonna have Instagram, we'll be checking weekly.
We'll be checking weekly. We're gonna find out.
And actually, we'll check him. We'll surprise him a couple times too, so he don't. So he can't.
I'm saying until my birthday, April 30th.
You're gonna.
If I don't have Instagram by my birthday, what do I get? I think both of you guys need to.
You don't have Instagram on your phone?
If you have Instagram, you're on Instagram or Reddit.
On my phone.
No. I'm not arguing Reddit. I never see him on Reddit that much.
Right.
I see him on Instagram all the goddamn time.
That's what I'm on.
No. I'm telling you, 10:55 on a Tuesday.
I'm gonna tell you what does that. Reddit. Tim. The worst thing that ever happened to me was Tim showing me Reddit.
Yeah, I heard about Sam told me about Reddit. I'm like, I don't know.
Wait, what happens on Reddit? Because I use Reddit.
It's just threads of information.
Wait. Reddit has non-pornography stuff on it? Because I didn't know that.
Aaron's like, oh, Reddit, porn, free? Oh, clean?
I knew it was a forum, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to go on that Reddit thing. And then Tim showed me Reddit and just basically, it took me down a whole nother rabbit hole why I said I am not going.
Shout out to Tim for getting Aaron caught on Reddit.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'm not agreeing to terms on Reddit and Instagram. I'm agreeing to terms on Instagram. That's it. That's
so if he can keep Instagram off his new phone,
Yes.
Until his birthday, we'll buy you one of your clean movies.
Yeah, we'll buy you a clean movie of your favorite actress.
Wow.
Or actor.
All right,
It's your choice.
It's going to have to be from the Many Vids website.
No, how about this? I got a better idea. We'll buy you something off Prince Joshua's wish list. His
No.
You might get a video game. That might be expensive. You might get a new computer.
Might get a video game or a skateboard. Might get one of those hoverboards or something. No. I like the first one. I get one video off of Many Vids. If you guys
we don't see now. Hey, if I see Aaron on Instagram on his phone.
So we get random checks though. We can't just be like, oh it's Sunday. Oh my gosh, let me get Instagram off the phone.
Anytime you say, hey Aaron, we need to check your phone, then I got you. Then go ahead.
Aaron.
No, what I'm saying is
it was nothing. It was nothing about. We said we would buy you a video, and you said one video. Okay, so we said up to $50. Up to $50.
Yeah, man.
If you want to go over 50 and pay the difference, that's fine. That's fair. Shit, I'll put it on my credit card. Man. But you can't all of a sudden got put it on my mom or
somebody put it on that credit card.
Man, so Aaron, I see Aaron's the kind of kid like his mom would say, hey man, you got $2 to get whatever you want, and he would just try to get the most stuff. Like, all right, cool. I got $2, so I'm gonna get like a lollipop, I'm gonna get a bag of chips. Man, how much that pickle costs? I can't do that. The Hostess cupcake can take the whole $2. All right, he spent the next hour trying to figure out how to maximize this $2. I feel like that's what he's doing to us. He's taking about 6 months.
Yeah, I can respect the diligence because I might do something close to similar, but not as meticulous as Aaron has. And Aaron is really trying to find every angle of how he can get more and maximize. So if I buy 2 of these, I get the third one for 90% off. No, I'm gonna package these 2 with that. Then I'm gonna be able to afford the pickle, and I can also get a red rope.
Mom ain't never gave us $2 anywhere, as long as she had some milk in the fridge and one cookie in that cookie jar.
And y'all splitting this cookie.
Mm-hmm. Or a scoop of ice cream.
All right. Well, all I'm gonna say is we agreed to one video up to $50. So have you chosen a video? That's our question.
I'll choose by next week then.
He's got a lot of research in there.
Yeah.
Are we gonna announce it so maybe we get sponsorship?
Man, maybe.
Come interview the star.
Hey, you know what you should do? You should hit up our friend that followed you last week and tell her, I'm thinking about buying one of your videos. Would you come on?
I get her videos free. I ain't trying to buy that
one. Once again, we're fine.
It's like, I'm gonna make sure I maximize this.
Speaking of every dollar counts, you guys think you guys got your money worth, which is free for this kind of McGregor.
No. We paid for it.
Oh yeah.
We didn't do the free Reddit.
I watched it on YouTube this afternoon. It was amazing.
What did you hear? Homeboy interview afterwards. The dude that got lucky, that got his ass beat the whole fight, and then got that one lucky punch. And
oh yeah.
He said Donald Trump called him and told him knock this motherfucker out.
Yeah, because he's Russian.
He was Russian. And he can't make the country look bad. It was the most hilarious interview afterwards.
Dude, he took his shorts off after the fight. And they're like, why you take your shorts off? Because my balls is hot.
My balls is hot.
And then
Joe Rogan, man, when I'm done with this, man, about 2 weeks, I'm going to come on your show and smoke weed with you.
Yeah, you're trying to be like my boy from Tesla, Elon Musk. I always thought Elon Musk was like a cologne for like the longest. And people were like, bro, he runs Tesla. I'm like, oh, I thought it was like a new scent out there.
PayPal Mafia, man.
Hey, but the other thing he said was kind of funny because he called himself out. He's like, so you basically won this fight. You're in for a title shot. Like, what do you want next? And you should. He's like, title shot my ass. I'm gonna go sit my black ass down. He's like, he basically is like, man, I'm tired. Like, I can't go with no title shot with cardio like this. I need to sit my black ass down and get better. Last night was UFC 229. We were just talking about Derek Lewis winning his fight against Volkov Gerstein.
Come on, man.
What's the dude's name? It's the same name as some...
It's Alexander Volkov.
Oh, Alexander Volkov. Big 6'7" Russian dude. Anyways, that was a crazy fight. Crazy comeback win in the last 30 seconds of the fight. He was able to knock him out while he was losing that fight, like, handily. But the big fight of the night was obviously McGregor versus Khabib. Khabib versus McGregor. it went pretty much how I expected it to. The one thing I'll say is Conor McGregor. A couple takeaways. Conor McGregor has a good chin, better chin than I thought. He definitely got hit with something. He got caught, but he wasn't like super wobbled. He actually like caught it pretty well, pretty flush, and then was able to like regain his balance. And his cardio looked pretty good overall.
Well, I think he didn't want to go on the ground. He was on the ground way more than I thought he was going to be on the ground.
He was on the ground as much as I thought he was.
I thought his defense of the takedown would be better.
I was expecting it to be because I was like, dude, you can't be taken down by him because he's not gonna like.
That's the one thing.
Khabib is not one of those dudes who's proven it over and over against other guys who are really good grapplers too, who you'd be able to expect to defend the takedown or get up after being taken down. Like he just does not allow them up. He smothers them with how he does his groundwork, and then he just once he finds the opening, he starts to pound you. He's hella strong. He's strong enough to hold you down, not let you get up. So you know that motherfucker's strong enough to also hit you hella hard. So it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. I thought McGregor had a chance with his boxing maybe to catch Khabib because Khabib hasn't really faced a striker that's been lauded or given the credit of Conor McGregor yet. And McGregor coming off his boxing match, his boxing and movement might be better and even more refined, so it could be tricky. But it was pretty much what I expected it to be. Once Khabib got a hold of him, he wouldn't let him up. In the third round, Khabib exchanged with him, and I think McGregor's arms were tired from dealing with the takedown stuff, that he didn't really have the same pop on him and didn't really face Khabib with any punches. The only person that really got caught with a punch was McGregor. Yeah. And then at the end, he got choked out, neck crank. So it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. The craziest shit was what happened after the fight, but it was the actual fight inside the octagon was pretty much what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah. It was definitely one of the better main events that the UFC's put out in a while.
Yeah. The build-up was good.
Yeah, I think he had two really good fighters that weren't afraid of each other. They definitely wanted to hurt each other. But then after the fight, this is a whole different story, man.
We'll get to that. Aaron, you was over watching the fight last night. What did you take away from the fight?
It was entertaining, very entertaining. Like I said, McGregor take a punch. Boy, can he take a punch? That was really good. McGregor really took a punch. He it was a good fight. I mean, that was my second time seeing Khabib, and he's merciless. And so it was all in all, it was a good UFC. I think it was worth the money. It was entertaining. It was more than entertaining. I'm gonna say I'll give it an A+.
Better than the A's.
Unlike the A's, I give it an A+.
Brandon, you didn't see the fights, did you?
No, I saw the fight.
Oh, you watched it?
Man, I saw
you watched it this morning.
Okay. What's your takeaway from it?
No, I think Conor proved that he's a better stand-up fighter than a wrestler. I mean, when it became a wrestling match, Khabib had the advantage, but when they were standing up, I think Conor was going to be able to stay in there longer. That's why I was surprised Conor let him take him to the ground so many times. Like, that would be my number one thing. Is like, hey, I don't want to get on the ground with this guy. Because once he's there, like, you see the way he's built. Like, Khabib could just sort of like move his arms and like get around him just differently. So, but I think it was a good fight. Man, I can't wait till part 2 in front of no audience.
Yeah, no, I think I'd say overall, McGregor will always be the champion who knock fools out who are smaller than him. When he goes against guys, if he starts going against guys that are his same size, more so, it's gonna be a different ballgame with the striking power, and then also with the fact that like a lot of those guys, as the sport evolves, a lot of these guys are becoming better and better grapplers. They're not just strikers. And McGregor, in his past, the reason why he's lost is he's been out-grappled by guys. This is when he's lost. He's never really been knocked out. So I see he can take a punch. I give him credit for being able to take some punches. But he doesn't have the ability in his game now, and maybe never will, to be a real legitimate, a threat from bottom or avoid, being taken down and having a good takedown defense. It's decent, but it's not like against the elite dude who can take you down and just pound you. He's not going to be able to handle that. He's lucky Nick Diaz wasn't a ground pounder. Nick Diaz was just slapping him and then waiting for him to turn his back, and then he was able to choke him out. And that's one thing I think is going to probably spell the end for Conor McGregor. You heard it here first. Conor McGregor in MMA only fight guys smaller than him or that do not have a legit grappling background.
But he's
He wants a rematch.
He's beat a lot of big names, though, man. Like, you can't say like
he's beat big names, but they all have asterisks next to them. If anything, I would say that he beat Tony Ferguson. Ferguson's maybe pound for pound best fighter, but he also beat Tony Ferguson when they're both young. So like their trajectories are different. Tony Ferguson has grown as a fighter, become more and more relentless. No, I mean not Ferguson. I mean Max Holloway. Sorry about that. He beat Max Holloway a long time ago, right? Max Holloway's gotten better. Tony Ferguson, who's supposed to fight, I think Ferguson might starch him. Ferguson,
but to say like one fighter got better, but apparently Conor McGregor.
No, I'm not saying McGregor hasn't gotten better.
Like I mean, they both gotten better.
No, I'm just
he's got the W, man. Like,
he did get the W's, but he also fought Chad Mendes. Chad Mendes had a week and a half of prep. He was called in after dude got injured to fight Conor McGregor, and he almost beat McGregor. Except once it went into the third round, McGregor had better cardio than Mendes, because Mendes wasn't training for that fight.
Well, I'd say that, but
he also lost to a dude who didn't train.
But it wasn't like he wasn't training at all. And it wasn't like Conor McGregor had time to prepare for somebody different to fight, though.
But also, Chad Mendes is smaller than him too. That's the thing. Like he beat Dennis Siver, who looks like the dude from Solo and the guy who played Death in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure 2. That dude, you know that dude who was part of the crew in was it Die Hard 2 with the blue clips of guns?
Yeah.
Yup, that dude. He looked like, I was like, Dennis Siver is not a tight dude. Dennis Siver is a dude who's a kickboxer, but is not good. He's just big, hulking, and like slow. And just is basically there as like a guy who's like, if you beat this guy, then it means that you're at this tier of fighter, which is not elite. So they gave him that. Like he's beaten some good guys. I didn't think he would beat Alvarez or Aldo the way he did. Aldo was more of a fluke. Alvarez, he beat Alvarez, and I gave him credit for that. I thought Alvarez was going to try and go to the ground. He stuffed Alvarez's chances of takedowns. So it's like maybe his game's growing. But he goes against a legitimate person who could take him down. He doesn't stand a chance. He's going to get his ass beaten. That's how he's lost all his fights. The dude he lost to his first fight was Duffy. Dude just like he waited his time, took a couple shots from McGregor to get in, grabbed him, put him on the ground, choked him out, submitted him. Like McGregor will tap. McGregor will tap. And that's all you need to know. Just be smart. Don't stand there like Ronda Rousey trying to throw punches with fools. No, dude, play to your strength.
That's what. Hey man, shout out to Conor McGregor, man. But I mean,
I like McGregor. I got more
respect for McGregor. But because like
he's playing the game.
Everybody loses, man. Like eventually, everybody gets choked out. Everybody gets knocked out in the UFC. But like the people he's knocked out is a more impressive list of people he's beat than.
It's a big hole in your game if everyone knows how to beat you and how to make sure they beat you.